DJ from Milton Public Library. Just wanted to mention this bubble activity that we were doing for a craft could also be a really great science activity. I did a lot of measuring because I had to change the recipe so that it would make a smaller amount. So you had a really large amount of ingredients. If you don't want to waste all of Mom's dish soap or her corn syrup, you could just do the math, figure out what would half of the recipe be, and if that seems like too much, break it in half again. So you're using your math skills that you already have, maybe learned at school. If not, your parents can help you with that, figure out how you're going to break that down. The other thing is these instructions are on Facebook, our website page. If you didn't get the instructions in your kit because you're maybe a different age than what we were aiming this for, you can look on the pages under the 5th grade craft or handouts, I guess, maybe for week 3. So you want to take a look and see if you can find the bubble solution. That was the week that we're talking about unicorns and rainbows, because when you do bubbles, you're going to see some rainbows in there. So check it out on our webpage, and hope you enjoy this activity. See you later. Guys, it's BJ and Carly from Milton Public Library. This week is week number 3, unicorns and rainbows, and we're going to make some bubbles today. So I'm not sure if you've ever noticed there are rainbows in bubbles. It all has to do with the light and the solution that we have that we're making. So hopefully we'll see that here. If we don't, you might want to try it outside when the sun is shining and see if you can catch some rainbows in there. Hopefully this solution will be a little better than the kind that you buy in the store. There's only 3 ingredients in it, and you probably already have these at home. There's water, which I'm using distilled water that I bought at the store, but you can use tap water from your sink. There's Dawn dish detergent, and they do recommend Dawn. I don't know why. There's something in Dawn that maybe isn't in other detergents, so I would try and get a bottle of that. I think you can even get it at the Dollar Tree for $1. And then they called for glycerin, which I didn't have, so we're using corn syrup. Hopefully that will act as the same. That's what the instructions said, so we're going to give it a try. I didn't want to have a huge quantity of bubbles because I have nobody to blow bubbles with, so I just broke this down into 1/4 of the recipe. So I had to do a little bit of math, and we figured out how we could break that down in a smaller amount. So I'm just going to do everything right in this mason jar. The really cool thing about mason jars is they have measurements right on the sides. So I just poured my water in here. I knew that I needed 1.5 cups of water. So I just put water into the 1.5 cup line. And so that's already taken care of. The next thing we need is a 1/4 cup of the dish soap. So I already measured that out in my 1/4 cup. So that's gonna go in. And then last but not least is our corn syrup. And that's only gonna be 1 tablespoon. So there's not a whole lot of that in this recipe. Whoa. That's okay. It looked like I overdid it, but I'm gonna tell you, corn syrup and maple syrups and stuff tend to get stuck in the bottom of your cup and measuring spoon, so really I probably got a whole tablespoon in because there's still some left. So, stuck that in my jar. I wonder if I could just shake it. I'm going to try and shake it because I don't have a spoon with me. I just put my lid back on. Ooh, this could be another science project. So I'm going to give it a whirl, see what happens. Remember, this year we're reimagining, so if you don't have spoons or anything, but you have some art supplies already, you could use whatever's laying around. Here's a ruler. Do a little bit of stirring. I think we're making bubbles, obviously, you can see that. So if you got the kit, you would have some things like pipe cleaners, a straw in your kit. That was to do a couple of the projects, so what we could do is pour this liquid right into a lid. I could just use that lid, I guess, but I'm going to try a little bigger lid and see if we can get this to work. So now I have some solution in here. There was instructions to see if we could make a giant bubble. Oh, I already see some bubbles in my lid, and there are rainbows happening right now. So this is really cool. I'm going to stick this in Do not drink this, even though this is stuff that you probably could. I don't think you would want to drink it. So you're gonna stick your straw, make sure that the bottom of your straw is wet with that solution. And then I'm gonna try and blow and see if we can create a big bubble here. Let's see. I think you have to blow slow, and maybe I need more. Ooh, I already see. So you see how strong those are? And I see rainbows happening. I don't know if you see it, Carly, but there's some rainbows happening already. So I'm gonna try again. Let me pop these and see if we can, what is going on? They're so strong, they're not gonna pop. All right, here we go. I'm trying to do big and it's not. All right, I'm just gonna do a lot. Well, that's getting pretty big. I don't know how big this is gonna get. Should I keep going? I will. I'm running out of solution in the bottom. It looks like this is just gonna keep coming right over to Carly if I keep going. So that's pretty cool. Look, my straw is even stuck in a bubble. But I'm seeing lots and lots of reflections of the light. So that's creating our rainbows in the bubbles, which is really cool. So I'm gonna let that go and get my pipe cleaners because we're gonna create something with that. So let's do, I think one of the instructions was, can you make a square bubble? I don't know if you can. I mean, I guess you could. You probably have tried this before, but I just took a pipe cleaner and I started making some straight sides to it. And then I'm gonna give it a bit of a twist. See that? And then I think I'm gonna bend it up a little so that I can push this down into my solution. Looks kind of like a kite or a diamond. I'm gonna use the lid from my mason jar. The recipe said you can use it right away, like we're doing right now, but you could let it sit overnight, and I guess it must get stronger or something. I'm wondering if you might need to stir it before you use it. I don't know. Tomorrow, if it would need stirred a little bit more. If you get crazy like I did, it's just going to create a lot of bubbles, so you might want to do it gently. But let's see if we can create a diamond or a square kind of shape. So I'm going to get the whole pipe cleaner wet. Oh, I see it already. Can you see it, Carly? All right, we're gonna try it. Oh, that was pretty big. Let's see if I can do another one. This is why you should be outside, because I'm creating a nice mess for myself. If I was out in the yard, who cares, right? Okay, so these make really giant bubbles. I think you're gonna have fun with this. You may have gotten a couple pipe cleaners in your bag, so go ahead and create some other shapes. See if you can make some different sizes. There may also be some questions too, like science-y, why this is all working and happening. So you want to look into that. But get outside and enjoy it. It's been nice weather, so you might want to get out and do that. Watch for rainbows in case it rains. Be watching for rainbows this summer. And I guess I'll see you next time. You can catch us on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll see you next week. Have a good day.